that somebody's campaign coffers really are struggling right now. So she gonna keep saying trans, 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 so that people will feel threatened. And child, listen, I want y'all to tell me whether or
Do
not.
not call me a child. I am no child.
I want
Don't
to
even
find
start.
out
I am a grown
which
woman.
of those
I am 47 years
emails
old. I have broken
actually
more
have.
glass ceilings than you
Chairman,
ever
I
will.
am reclaiming my
Let's go.
time.
You will not do that. I
Order.
am not a child.
I am
not a
reclaiming
child.
my time.
If you want to take it outside,
Mr. Chairman, the committee is not
Okay.
in order.
All right.
Democratic Representative Jasmine Crockett was challenged to a fight this week during a very tense House debate over a bill that, of course, did end up passing that bans transgender athletes from playing in sports that are not that do not correlate to the gender that they were born into. A very stupid piece of legislation that, as Jasmine Crockett pointed out, essentially targets one of the most vulnerable groups here in the United States. Nancy Mace is, of course, one of the people pushing this legislation. Nancy Mace, as we all remember just a couple weeks ago, pretended that she had her arm nearly ripped out of the socket due to a vigorous handshake by an activist who was asking her if she would help support transgender orphans. Guy shook her hand. She showed up to Congress the next day in a sling, and now this week, the woman who can't even handle a handshake is challenging Jasmine Crockett to a fight. Here is how that went down. Crockett, after making a very impassioned speech calling out Mace, concluded with somebody's campaign coffers really are struggling right now, so she can't keep saying trans, trans, trans so that people will feel threatened. And child, listen. And before she could continue, Nancy Mace chimed in after being called child, and she said, "I am no child. Do not call me a child. I am no child. Don't even start. I am a grown woman, 47 years old. I have broken more glass ceilings. I am not a child. I am a grown woman. If you want to take it outside." And then at that point, if you want to take this outside, James Comer, who of course chairs the committee, decided to gavel. Like, hey, everybody calm down. Nobody's going to be fighting. But according to Democratic Representative Maxwell Frost, Comer was actually okay with the threats as long as it happened in the context of a question. Here is what Maxwell Frost, again, a Democrat from Florida, put on social media following this exchange. He said, quote, "Nancy Mace asked Jasmine Crockett to go outside. Chair Comer ruled that threatening violence against another member is okay as long as it's in the form of a question. Wild," he said. Wild indeed, right? Is this really where we are as a country? We've gone so far back in time that we're almost at the caning of Charles Sumner, right? I mean, where this Republican, who, by the way, again, can't even handle a handshake without having her arm in a sling. "Oh, I was assaulted. I had the police intervene." And you think you're going to fight Jasmine Crockett? I'd like to see it. And a lot of the folks on social media said they want to see it too. And everybody, including a lot of Republicans, seem to be in agreement that Nancy Mace, if you did in fact take it outside, it would not have ended well for you. Jasmine Crockett is a fighter. She is incredibly intelligent as well. She can beat you with her mouth, her brain, and, if need be, probably with her fists. Like, my money would be on Jasmine Crockett all day long if that fight were to actually happen. And I wouldn't stop it. Like, Nancy Mace started it, said you want to go outside, and she's probably lucky that Comer at that point gavelled her down because who knows what could have happened. But this is also reminiscent of an event from November of 2023 when Republican Senator Markwayne Mullin actually threatened to fight the president of the Teamsters, who was, of course, testifying in front of the Senate. So just a lot of stupidity with these Republicans because they all want to fight, and pretty sure they'd probably all lose. I know Markwayne Mullin used to be a fighter, right? But Teamsters... Man, that's not a group to trifle with either. So if y'all want to just devolve into fist fighting to settle our differences in Congress, honestly, at this point, why not, right? Nothing matters. Like, I really am just nihilistic about that point these days. Like, nothing matters. If y'all want to fight, let them fight. Because it's probably not going to end the way that Republicans think it will. Thanks for watching today, everybody. And don't forget, if you're not already, please do subscribe to this channel. We have fresh content going up every single day, and I would really hate for you to miss out on that. And speaking of missing out, if you're not following me across all other social media outlets, then get on it. You can follow the links in the description of this video.